everybody? Welcome back, man, to another episode, man. Pretty exciting weekend we had. Pretty much at the playoffs. We got everything going on. Let's first off thank everybody for being here, man. We appreciate everybody and the content that's been going on, man, that y'all been giving us and the feedback that everybody has been placing in, and we just appreciate it again. We always want to say thank you for that. And yeah, man, I'm just so grateful that we have everybody that's chiming in with us, the followers, the people talking on the Spotify things and the Apple Podcast things and all that other stuff that actually been listening and just giving feedback for it and texting me and calling me and everything, asking me when we're going to do something else, man. I just really appreciate it, man. It really means a lot. And people is supporting us with what we're doing. And yeah, man. What you guys think, bro?
I mean, shit. Not too much, man. You know, Patreon, hit that motherfucker up, man. Keep supporting the Instagram, support the YouTube, subscribe. Yeah, man, we appreciate it. And we might as well just get straight into it, man.
Yeah, let's do it. It's been a pretty exciting weekend again. Like, we had the playoffs going on. We got the Floyd Mayweather fight that everybody was actually excited for some reason. I don't know why. But we gonna talk about it since it happened. You know what I mean? Me and bro sat with the fam and had a fight party. Am I right or wrong? And it was very disappointing.
Yeah.
It was very disappointing. And you know what I mean? Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, like I don't know what people expected. I really don't know why people expected that it was going to be a good fight. Me personally, I felt like Floyd was pretty much stringing him along. Maybe it was because of bets. Maybe because of he wanted it to look entertaining. Maybe it's because of you know what I mean? I just know it had something to deal with money. You know how Floyd do. He wants to make his money. And that's what's all it's was supporting. That's why he do the things he do. It's all about money. And I get it. But I feel as though like this is hurting the sport of boxing. I feel as though celebrity boxing nowadays is going to be pretty much, the thing. And it's hurting guys that actually work on their craft and take this serious.
So already.
It is already hurting. Like, you telling me just because this guy has a certain amount of followers on YouTube and social media, he gets a shot at the greatest champion in boxing? Come on, bro. Like, that's just ridiculous. It disrespects all the actual real boxers that's out here working hard, that's sleeping in their cars, that's sleeping outside, that's going house to house, that's doing all these things, putting out this hard work that I've seen people put in hard work for, trying to be on that platform. And this nigga just got a certain amount of flaws, and he can do that. He can fight one of the greatest champions that ever boxed. And I just think that's sad. And I just think it's just like the sport now is some sense of it's going into a joke. It's turning into like, to me, like WWE, like when you see Snoop Dogg having like guest appearance, wrestling Big Show and all of them guys. Even Floyd did it. He wrestled Big Show. Mike Tyson got in WWE. I just think, like, you know what I mean? That shit, and that shit is scripted. Now it's coming to this point where it's just taking, like, I want to say the competition out of it. It seems like it's going to the fact that it's going about just straight money. And I watched like what Ricky post what Ricky Hatton said, and he was like, you know, once upon a time it was about pride and being the best, and you want to beat the best, you want to fight the best. Floyd fought a YouTube fighter, bro, a YouTube streamer. If you really want to be the best and you really want to be good of your craft, you want to beat the craft. I can't call myself the best if I'm not beating the best. So, you know what I mean? I mean, I know Floyd beat the best. You all know that, but what's the point of him on that stature to go down there and fight a YouTube fighter? And I know it's about everybody saying it's about money and it's about, ratings. It's about, he want to make his millions. But some things it's just you're just setting a bad example for the guys that's trying to come up like you. That's actually took the craft serious. How would you feel? You know what I mean? With somebody like, you're a good ass fighter. And you got the talent, you got the strength, you got the heart, and you put in the work and the craft, but you're not getting seen because somebody just came out here, he got 20 million followers, and you overlook. You know how many contenders that was way better than Logan Paul that could have fought Floyd Mayweather if he decided to come out of retirement like he just did. And I just feel as though like it's just bad for boxing. Boxing is pretty much going to be some type of laughing stock with it. It's going to be some type of like they're going to overlook this shit. It's going to be like a celebrity thing, celebrity boxing. That's what it's going to be. And they're not going to look at the actual craft of boxing, the strategy, the technique, the time, the dedication, the work. It's a lot of that shit, man. And it's just, you just shitting on the greats, the legends, and everybody that put in that work ethic. I just don't agree with the celebrity boxing shit. It's cool if they have it, but come on, bro. For anybody to fight on that type of magnitude, as like if you want to be a professional boxer, be a professional boxer. If you want to do it for charity and do celebrity or whatever you want, be a celebrity boxer. We need to split this shit into two. Because it's wrong. It's something that I love. That's something I grew up watching. I used to get excited to watch Mike Tyson. I used to get excited to watch Roy Jones. I used to get excited to watch Winky Wright. I used to get excited to watch Floyd Mayweather. Stab Zuda, Sugar Shane Mosley. All these guys that I grew up as a kid just coming up and just being excited because my dad and my stepfather and everybody else, the family's excited. We used to have these fight parties, and it brought joy to me. It brought joy to my family. That shit yesterday was not no fucking joy. It was a disgrace. It was a disgrace to the sport. It was a disgrace to the people. It's all about money, man.
Yeah.
It's all about money. And certain things just can't be about money. Certain things, man. And like with this, man, it's just about, it used to be about pride. It used to be about dedication. It used to be about work ethic.
That nigga said pride.
Pride, bro. That's what it used to be about.
Pride. Pride. I mean, hey man, I'm gonna just be honest, man. I'm just gonna give my opinion. I don't feel so bad about it. I just look at it as everything else, man, out here, and it's just watered down, and everything's becoming like without dignity and without integrity, man. And you look at the fact that even when you look at trends with clothes and sneakers, like as soon as Balenciaga came out with like the sports sneakers, every brand from Fila to Adidas to Puma, everybody started switching to the like foreign design type of shoes, like European style tennis shoes. So if you look in the store now, you go to downtown locker room or something like that, it don't look the same like it did 10 years ago. You know what I'm saying? The shoe wall don't look nothing like it used to 10 years ago. You can't even walk in and find probably five pair of kicks, you know what I'm saying? Be just like trash. And it's just like with the rap music, man. I'm not trying to put nobody down, but you know what I mean? Like we don't see the same level of quality and integrity in the music no more. And the content of the music, the lyrical capacity of some of these artists, and the talent capacity of some of these artists is not that really, it's not really there. And so, I just look at it like The same thing with the, some other sports, NFL, stuff like that, where it's a lot more penalties now for certain things like hitting people too hard. These rules didn't exist back in the day. I'm not saying that they're not, safety precautions is cool, but I always say the same thing, man, in the show, man. Nothing is gonna stay the same. So I don't feel like resentment or some type of like disappointment because it's like at the end of the day, what is staying the same, bro? I mean, shit. The other thing I noticed was on the back of Floyd trunks, he got the Ethereum token logo on the back of his shorts. I didn't even realize that the whole fight. I don't know if you caught that.
Yeah, I did actually. Yeah.
That shit is crazy. So that just tell you right there that this is for the culture. This is for the internet. Because I just noticed that when I seen the pic right now, and I'm like, oh shit. So that's what I mean. Like, money is changing. The apps, are changing. The way we engage. Look at the fact that Instagram is holding it down, and none of these other social media platforms can seem to emerge. We've seen joints try to come out and they just keep flopping. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't expect nothing to stay the same, bro. Like that's just my opinion. I'm not surprised at this. Even I'm gonna be honest with you, and you got to be honest with this. When Floyd went on WWE for a Big Show, I thought it was already over.
Mm.
To be honest with you, because that crossover moment, I'm like, those are two different things. What is he doing on there, right?
Right.
I knew it was over then. That like as soon as that happened, I was like, okay, all right. But I don't think I mean I don't think what Ricky Hatton is saying is like new news. Like I think everybody already knows all this and is already very much aware. But like I said, it just seems much more entertaining with the curiosity of just like when we seen Chad Johnson and we figured, oh man, he was a banging ass football player, but he
Let's
was
see.
a good doctor, you know what I'm saying? But it's just more anticipation, it's more excitement. It's like I think even the networks have figured that out. That is something more appealing about, well, we know this guy does not do this, but he's literally training to do it and he's already popular. And I mean, when you look at the labels where they're signing artists, they're looking for artists that already have large followings. When they in the acting world now, you see these actors that end up on Netflix, stuff like that. They're not going to drama school anymore and stuff like that. Some of them may, don't get me wrong, but I was doing research, and a lot of these people that end up getting movie roles and stuff like that, they have very large Instagram followers. They'll build up their Instagram shit and get to a level where they'll audition, and then they'll also be considering the amount of followers they have, not so much just about how well they audition.
No, you're totally right about that because a lot of the people that's coming into social media nowadays, from like Melvin Gregg. Melvin Gregg, he's a famous. He started from Vine. Remember when Vine was out? I remember, and then he did Instagram. He made these videos, funny videos and all this other stuff. Then the next thing I noticed, this nigga was in a Netflix movie. I'm like, what the fuck? He started in a Netflix movie.
You know what I'm saying?
No, go first. And then he started in a Netflix movie. And then the nigga was in like one of the he was a villain in one of the popular shows right now. And don't get me wrong, he did a great job in it. And it's called Snowfall.
Yeah,
That's a very popular show. So you're right about that. But what I'm saying is, for boxing, what does that do for the sport of boxing?
I'm just saying, bro, I'm not like I said, bro. We can sit here and go into hip hop. I mean, just like we do the hip hop purists, we do boxing purists. I really don't have I don't have an argument for that. I just feel like it doesn't. The integrity of anything will be compromised when it's more financially beneficial. Boxing is boring now too. Like it's not really a lot of
heavyweight.
Well, it's not about the heavyweights because it's not like heavyweights all everything anymore either. People don't care about that because of people like Floyd and people like you know what I mean.
Canelo, Pacquiao.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, other weight classes
Vontae
have seen,
Davis,
other
Vontae,
classes have seen much more talent, but I just feel like the sport of boxing has, honestly, in my opinion, being a fan, being a person who was in it, it's boring now. Like, it's totally boring. I hate to say it, but it's a lot of not in a mean way, but it's a lot of Hispanic fighters. Is way 10 times more Hispanic fighters than it was like 20 years ago. And it's not like in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, it's hard to remember names. Like in that context, like some of these people, I can't never remember their names. It'll be this something, something, something. And these guys will be nasty too. They'll be really good fucking athletes. But I'm just saying the culture behind it as well has changed, where we don't have predominantly black men. All black men is heavily influenced by the Hispanic community now, but I can't remember all those names. It's hard to become a fan and stick to that person. And so to me, it just seems like I said, not in no negative way or anything like that, because they always been a good addition to the sport and everything like that in every way. Even back to the Roberto Duran days, but I'm just saying, like, it's changed. The fabric of the sport has changed, and like I just don't. To me, I have not been attached to it since probably the last when between like Floyd, Corey Spinks, and trying to think of one other fighter that I was kind of staying up with around that time. Yeah, I forget the other guy's name, but he kind of fell off. The dark skinned guy, he was kind of good too. I think him and Floyd, he lost, but I can't remember his name.
about Andre Berto.
Yeah,
Berto, yeah, he was good, a good
I like
fighter.
him, man. He was tight to me, and he kind of just, and not
Very,
like I hate
very,
him, but he's just kind of digressed or whatever. I think he lost a lot of weight stuff, but
he
that
was
was
good.
that was
Yeah,
it.
I mean, but like I said, I look at these guys, and let me ask you this though: don't you feel like this shit is helping fucking it up for the future, the guys that's out here going out there? I know a lot of little niggas that's sitting there that's inspiring boxers that's want to
I,
be on that platform as Floyd.
I
Do
don't
you?
think it is. I don't think it is. I think, like I just said, I think boxing is going to be forever changed. I think again, we can't expect her to stay the same, bro. Like that's just some old man shit. And like what I'm saying is, I don't think boxing is ever going to be the same. I don't think it's going to be like that anymore with the Olympics and all that. It's going to be YouTubers, people putting up a lot of money and see how much the internet. I don't even think pay-per-view going to be able to lock in after a while. I think YouTube and them are going to figure out a way to shit pay-per-view out of their own money, and they're going to start streaming this shit from some other
From some other platform. I can see that actually happening
shit like that. I'm just telling
with the celebrity boxing form because it's just like they don't have to use pay per view. I don't even think they would have used that type of platform if it wasn't Floyd. And then it was on Showtime at that. Remember that?
That's what I'm saying, bro. They don't even.
Showtime, and that's
It's not like back in the day, live pay-per-view. You know what I'm saying? It's not that. So that's why I say, like, I don't even see pay-per-view being around too much longer. Just being honest. Because I feel like that's what's gonna be next. It's gonna be, why are we letting pay-per-view control this shit anymore? We don't need them. This shit is all digital now, and people will watch it anywhere. It doesn't matter. I mean, we were there and people had it streaming on YouTube from their phone live. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm trying to say. That even showed me that was next. You're not gonna keep paying all that fucking money when they can drop the price to like $25 and tell somebody to pay and watch it on the YouTube link or their favorite streaming device.
right.
So that's why I say I just think the entire thing is gonna be downsized. I'm gonna be honest with you. When we watched that fight, I was so appalled by the fact that like Cash App was one of the like main sponsors that was all.
Yeah, that was actually crazy too. I was actually looking at that because when I seen that, I was like, God damn, like made it. They made it to an actual yeah.
But I'm saying, maybe remember it was like fucking Budweiser and
Budweiser, it was the same.
Everlast, Everlast and shit like that.
Yeah, mainstream companies. You know what I mean?
I don't
Mainstream companies.
I don't see that shit. Shit, I even see some shit like this again, fucking with this cryptocurrency and that shit that he got in the shorts. It may be a point where they made motherfucking let people pay to watch celebrity fights for Bitcoin. And where you just, you can spend some Bitcoin and watch the fight versus using USD. You know what I mean? Or you can do bets or something like trade betting or some shit like that. But
they did have Bitcoin bets. You know what I mean? I think they did.
See,
I'm actually reading an article about that on Facebook. I don't want to say something that I'm not writing, but I really believe they did have Bitcoin bets. Obviously, I guess they did because you got the Eureka on. So maybe in some type of way. So maybe it was a part of him because, like I said, we all seen that hit that Floyd did and actually hold Logan Paul up. Maybe it was a thing for a bet for that Logan Paul was gonna last all 8 rounds.
Here we go.
That, and I'm pretty sure everybody's betting that Logan Paul was gonna get knocked out. That didn't happen. And I'm pretty sure Floyd Mayweather betted that Logan Paul was the last 8 rounds. We don't know because he probably put it in somebody else's name.
I mean, all I can say is like, I don't think anything was necessarily staged. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna say that.
I feel like it was strongly staged. I feel like,
but it was no reason for it to be staged, bro. Like that doesn't make any sense. That's what I'm saying. What you're saying doesn't really honestly make any sense.
Yeah, it does make sense when it comes to money.
Bro, it doesn't. Why would a person?
So let me ask you this: If I bet it,
come on, bro.
Vegas betted against a professional fighter.
Bro, nobody's gonna hold somebody up, bro. If they about to knock them out, like that just sounds goofy, man.
If you bet money, let me ask you this: If you bet money,
you
remember Harlem Nights? Remember Harlem Nights when my man was taking he was taking hits?
Bro,
remember Harlem Nights? They said going to ask her to take a low dive and everything like that. This shit exists.
Oh, you're reaching.
I ain't reaching.
Ain't no nigga gonna hold no nigga up at no knockdown, bro. And you can even look at even when you look at that footage, it does not look like he's holding him up at all. It looks like bro was trying to back him up after he hit him, and it just so happened he put his elbow in his throat. That's kind of somewhat of a foul, to be honest with you. And that ref just wasn't a professional ref, because Floyd would have probably got flagged for that. Or the ref was like, "Yo, oh, watch it," because he almost pretty much elbowed the nigga in the throat, bro. So I'm just saying to you, I can't even bite that a little bit, bro. That was not him holding him up. It's like you're acting like this nigga caught the nigga and was like, "Nah, come on, man, stay up." Like, bro, the nigga put his fucking arm in his throat, bro, on accident. That wasn't no intentional shit. I'm sorry, his forearm, not his elbow. But that was dangerous, bro. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't him catching him, holding him up. No, bro. That's just boxing when you're in the moment of it and your hands and your arms getting involved and you try and protect yourself at the same time. But come on, bro. That's just reaching. Like, I'm not going for that. Like, that shit just sounds stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I feel like he held him up, bro. Like, and I think we should put him on Damage Good podcast.
People like that just saying that y'all never box, bro. Like, that not for real. Like, competitively, that type of shit happens, bro. Like, I'm not gonna hold my opponent up, bro, with an arm and go, "Okay, I'm gonna hold you up." Like, bro, that's just
talking about, bro. We talking about middle class stuff. We talking about Vegas. We can bet in sports right now. Any sport right now, we can bet in.
On this one.
Football, NBA, all that. We're talking about money. We're talking about money, bro. It's a whole different angle now, bro. It's not like it's like the mob back in the day when niggas took dives for fights, bro. It's no different. It is no different. It is no different than what it is.
Shit. I can't believe that shit. And the only reason why is because this is not the days of the mob anymore. We're not in the days of the time. And actually,
a lot of sports betting.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is,
this is what was the goal, to do this legally.
Is you have what I'm saying is you have state regulated sports betting now. You think that people are doing that? No, bro. That's why I said it's not the fucking days of the mob. Like that was a different time, man. This is
Who?
my fighter over here. No, that was this is the fight over here. He's fighting and he represents this family, and this is the fighter of this family. And then they chalk that shit out and say, no, this motherfucker gonna lose tonight. That's two different things, bro. We talking about millions of people being able to make bets.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think Floyd put money on himself to last for Logan Paul?
No, like he got paid $40 million to fight or something like that. What are you talking about?
If you could turn $40 million,
No, bro, stop, bro. Stop, just stop. Bro. Like you need to stop right.
I don't believe it. If you about money,
oh my god,
yeah, I can see it. I really can see it.
Flip $40 million, Daryl. Who needs to flip $40 million?
You can make more.
No, dog. You sound crazy, bro. You're thinking on this level, and you need to be thinking on this level. Come on, who's going to flip $40 million? You sound crazy, fam.
You can make more money. And
bro. I'm not letting you take me for this ride. If somebody gave me $40 million for free, I'm taking it. I'm not flipping it. Not be to bet on this and that, bro. No.
Oh no, the greedy motherfucker Floyd is. And if he says like, I'm gonna make this nigga like ass last 8 rounds.
Financially, Floyd has become very much more sound. So that's why I can't believe none of what you're saying, bro. This nigga has a portfolio. He's an investor now. He's smart with his money. He would not do something like that. Like, it's $40 million. You're getting it for free. You don't need to flip it. You can invest it. Like, you don't need to flip it and say, yeah, I can bet against myself, make more money. He already has money. He already has money. We don't need to do that.
But why not? Why would
I'm not doing this with you, bro.
Let's do it.
Sounds stupid.
Let's do a poll. Let's do a poll.
Let's do
a poll. We're doing a damage good poll, and we're gonna say that Floyd. Do you think Floyd made that fight on purpose? Made that fight last.
Bro, it's just like me and Malcolm said, bro. You thinking on a level that is just out left. They made the fight no winner, bro. That way, Floyd record would never get blemished. His brother, one of the first things his brother posted was, "Oh shit, my brother just beat Floyd Mayweather. He's 50-1." And what I'm saying is that alone was one of the main reasons why I said all of that doesn't make sense, because if it was actually win by knockout or win by unanimous decision, then it will make sense what you're saying. It doesn't make sense because there was no eligible winner in the contest. So why would anybody need to make side bets about this or that? Or if you can do this, I'm gonna give you that, bro. This is not the NFL where Nike is gonna give back they would give Randy Moss an extra $200,000 if he catch 30 passes per game or some shit like that. That's not even the same thing. And I'm just saying that sounds kind of kooky when you're talking about no winner. There's no unanimous decision. There's no vote. There's no knockout. There's no way to win. It was about viewership, about how many people they could get to watch this shit, fam. Just like when you look at the verses, like verses has became a whole thing. Somebody bought verses now. I think Swiss and them sold that shit. Like, that's how crazy that shit got, to the point where a company, I can't remember even who did it, but they bought that shit out. But it's because of the viewership. When they see they can get 3, 4, 5 million people to get on a fucking joint and watch people perform, and they ain't got to get no big ass stadium, they ain't got to sell out no tickets, no venue, no nothing. You know how crazy that sounds to an investor? All I got to do is have a virtual concert, and I can make all this money. Shit, I'm buying it. What's up? I can make the same money niggas was making doing tours, and then it's all virtual. It's about the viewership, fam. And that's what I'm trying to tell you. That's why I say I don't see pay-per-view holding it down for long. I see it being like IGTV or YouTube taking that shit. Hey, pay your Bitcoin, come in this room and watch this fight. But I'm just saying, bro, we never gonna have no more Sugar Ray Leonards or Muhammad Ali's. We're not gonna have no more of those, honestly, anyway. We at a time in boxing where it's just, like I said, it's just not the same culture of fighters. We don't have a lot of good fighters around, honestly. Like, like I said, you got Javante Davis, and he's like time slowly getting at him.
And then Danny Garcia. That's pretty much it.
That's it, bro. It's like that's it. You know what I'm just saying? Like a lot of what we talk about, man, I don't see it changing. I see it being more likely that people going to cross over. I'm expecting to see more of a.
But
You know,
I feel like this, like I said, I continue. I feel like it's messing up for these other kids that's coming that could be great. Yeah, that's
yeah,
could.
and like
And
again, but I'm gonna be honest with you again. I disagree with you because the road of a boxer was always hard anyway. Wasn't no fucking guarantee. You know what I mean? My friends that fought all they goddamn life, they pros right now, but they still gotta work a job at like Walmart. So it's I'm just telling you that just sounds unreal, reasonable. Like there was never no straight path to being a boxer. I know my homeboy, my close homeboy, his father and his uncle were both professionals. These niggas was like legends from Palmer Park, the Hinton brothers. These niggas were undefeated, all that shit. Bruh, like shit got bad. I forgot one of them, I think they ended up having to do some time, but I'm just saying like they didn't make it past like a local celebrity. They got really good in their 20s. Then shit just kind of fell off. A lot of guys I know local, like a lot of great time. I'm talking about great, got the Olympians, man, got medals. And their careers just not there, bro. They got like 100 followers on Instagram, and they fought on TV before. I got a homeboy I know very close. He fought Triple G, bro. Go to his Instagram, and they got like 500 followers. And I'm just telling you, this nigga was sponsored by Oscar De La Hoya when we was kids. Like he was supposed to be that next Oscar De La Hoya, and to me, still got the potential to be like one of the best fighters in the world. But he doesn't have the right team. He doesn't have the right things, the right social presence. So I'm just saying that like the road of a boxer has always been when I look at what's his name, McGregor. You know what I'm saying? When you look at his story and how his wife used to have to like help him and keep him motivated to keep doing the sport. He's about to quit a whole bunch of times because he wasn't doing as well in the beginning. It's kind of like that shit is a guts and glory, road, and sometimes motherfuckers don't make it like that far in that shit. And so to me, it's like it's a blessing when you see somebody actually get that far. It's a blessing. Everybody's not going to get that ride. This ain't like football or any other sport like that. You know what I'm saying? It's either like because you're on your own. See, it's an individual sport. This shit ain't, oh, I'm on a team. And
yeah, but the thing is that it's definitely always been like in a type of hard way because it's like, you're trying to make, means to survive. Like, like I said, I met a lot of niggas that used to sleep in their cars. You know what I mean? Travel.
That's what I'm saying to you though. Ain't no scholarship. Ain't no scholarship for
scholarship, no nothing. And I met niggas that used to go like just from house hopping. You know what I mean? Because they were so committed in the sport. But I've met a lot of niggas that was actually talented and that was actually very good in the sport. But what I'm saying is, I just think, like I said, man, it takes away from it. I just think people is gonna be more interested in seeing celebrities fight. Like, come on now, let me ask you this: if I can see Ja Rule and 50 Cent fight, and I'm gonna see
I agree with you on
other fighters fight, and I had to choose between the two, who you think people gonna choose?
I'm just saying to you, I agree, man. I'm just saying to you, we just seen Mike Tyson come back out at 50, bro.
And that was amazing. That was amazing. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good fight for him.
Like, for him to do that, and then for Roy, it was the same thing. It was no winner. I just feel like, man, and they were never in the same weight capacity, you know what I'm saying, professionally.
Never, yeah.
So I'm just saying, I don't see, because of the sport just lacking like good, memorable fighters, notable fighters. I don't see interest. once somebody brewed up this interest, and it kind of started with the rap shit where people were going out, put up 5 million and we can fight, put the gloves on. That kind of sparked it, and nobody was really falling through. I think Chris Brown and Soldier Boy was supposed to do it then.
Yeah, and Chris Brown chimed out. He said he was.
And then Meek and Drake or whatever. It was a couple different variations of this, but I'm just saying, I think that's how it even started, where somebody, whoever was, I don't know, they picked up on the trend of it. Like, man, people are saying it, but they're not doing it. Let's actually do it. And then it went on. But I'm just saying, man, this ain't we want to destroy the integrity of boxing. It's just the culture we're in, bro. When this social internet driven culture, there is nothing you can say, do, or try to. I mean, just like the other day when we were talking about the post when they said Lil Baby could go up
with Kendrick.
So I'm just saying to you.
And what I said, I don't even know what Little Baby can do. Right. I don't know nothing about a goddamn Little Baby. So
that spells it out for you. That it's not about how lyrical you are. It's not. It's about how popular you are. Lil Baby is 10 times more popular than him now. So motherfuckers don't care about who can actually spit and who can't.
Right.
Hot. Who's hot? You feel me? So that's why I said I don't get mad anymore. I just accept it as this is the new shit. We're getting older, and that's just what it is, fam. I don't take it as no thing, man. And shit, it might give other fighters more opportunity who are upcoming to be sparring partners for some of these celebrities, and they can get their name out there a little bit more. So it's not always about the shine opportunity that to be on TV. Some of these guys can end up being sparring partners. That may open up their career to being a full-blown professional. I don't know, but I just don't think that it's like a disgrace against the craft, and it's an outrage. Like like you're gonna sound like some old like white conservatives motherfucker who, you know what I'm saying, doesn't like the fact that Blockbuster tapes went out. Like, it just sounds crazy, man. Like, it's like some old dude that don't want to get rid of his VHS. Why can't we just go back to the tapes and rewind? And everybody looking at you like, bro, streaming sticks. Like, get over it, bro. That's why I'm not with that. Like, it's just, it is what it is. You're either gonna go with the current or you're gonna go without it. And to me, it's just like, hey, like I said that the time when we watched that, I just said I won't be tuning into this shit like that. Like, it won't be unless it's somebody who we really want to see. I won't be sitting there watching that stuff all the time because it doesn't serve that purpose. But I do also really say that I've declined in watching boxing over the last like 4 or 5 years. Like, once Floyd kind of had his reign, that was about it. You know, you had to do a few dudes, including Adrian Bronner at that time, but he just kind of went left. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, a lot of my local homies who are fighters, I've been trying, like, watching them, you know what I'm saying? It's just taking them a lot of time. It's a rough game, and it's hard to get, contend for certain bouts and certain people and get in the race with those big names. So, yeah, man. I mean, shit. Like I said, one of my homies that's pro right now, man. I was working out at a sports learning complex. Shout out to Kevin Rivers Jr. I ran into Kevin Rivers up at Sports Learning Complex probably about a year ago. You know what I'm saying? He's a full-blown pro, be on posters and everything. That's my dog from the back of the day. We used to be in the gym together. That was my sparring partner. That was my homie, and that was Antoine Rivers' cousin. Shout out to the Rivers family. Big Kevin Rivers, all of them. Like, I know all of them, but that's what I'm just telling you. Like, bro, I'm rooting for him, you know what I'm saying? But y'all go check out my man Kevin Rivers, you know what I'm saying, Junior. But I'm just saying, bro, it ain't no easy road, bro. That man, if I ain't mistaken, got a family and whatnot, everything. I don't want to speak on the situation too much, but yeah, like, I know it ain't easy for bro. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's still very much a regular person and just trying to continue the passion because he got such a passion. He's so talented at it, but man, that shit is not easy, bro.
Man, like I said, we all both know what it is. Like we know a lot of bosses. And I want to shout out to my man Muhammad too, man, who used to box, man. He actually owns Around the Clock of them Capitol Heights. I mean, I'll go check that out. He been boxing, he trained my brothers. You know what I mean? He trained Devin, Ty, and Deontay. So, you know what I mean? And he just never got to that level. You know what I mean? He was a big fighter, but he just never got to that level. So yeah, man. Same thing with Ricky, my stepfather. He was a hell of a boxer too. Won tournaments, came out, won. You know, it just never got to that level. We all know it's hard. We all know it takes, like I said, dedication to craft and sleepless nights. So you know, yeah. So you know what I mean, and a lot of headaches. So, like, yeah, it's just. And like I said, I just feel as though like I feel totally different than what you do. I feel like we have to separate it. I feel like, you know what I mean, one should be in that lane and one should be in this lane. That's like you getting a whole rock of niggas coming to try to play basketball. Or and they not that good.
But I'm just saying, like, I see it, but I see it going, but I'm just saying that's why I disagree with you, because I see it going to that next. Like I see some celebrity 2-on-2 shit. They already got so the celebrity basketball tournament during the rappers go and participate in.
Yeah. They got that, you know what I mean? You got a couple of players, but these niggas not in the league. These niggas playing in the playoffs.
But I'm saying to you, I see it being a point where even that probably going to increase, and you're going to probably have a thing where maybe 2-on-2s, 5-on-5s, 3-on-3s with celebrity rappers, potentially some players, you know what I'm saying, getting involved, or even just being in the comments.
They have a rapper league. Actually, with Jack Holo and Tiger got something coming up. You know what I mean? They have a game. It's actually about to be streamed on the internet. My man Drewski, funny as shit. He hosting the little joint. He posted today on Instagram. So they have shit like that right now. And we can go back before then where like Dipset and all them, you know, camera.
That was street tournaments. That's totally something different. No, you cannot.
They used to play in like in little. They had a little running shit.
No. Please do not do that. Nigga, you talking about the hot sauce era? That is not the same thing, nigga. That was basketball. That was street basketball. That was street basketball with rappers who own teams. That is not the same thing. That was a legendary era. Please do not fuck up the antiquity of that. Just leave it.
Talking about what Cameron, Cameron.
No, bro, not fuck this up right now. People are gonna be mad at you right now. They're
not gonna be mad at me because I'm talking
this up right now.
And one
don't fuck this up, because that's a classic era, and that is not the same.
And one, they don't have nothing. Cameron, what Cameron and them was doing, this has nothing to do with that. You talking about and one is with hot sauce and Escalade and all that other shit. I'm talking about where they had like a little league where they was playing in the motherfucking what's that shit called up in New York? When Cameron was balling and shit. He was shocked. Cameron actually played high school ball. Cameron was shocked.
Well, I've never seen that. I'm not familiar with that.
Yeah, high school, very shocked.
All
it don't have nothing to do with that. I forgot the Dykeman. Cameron played with the Dykeman shit. That's what it's called. You know what I mean? That don't have nothing to do with and one street ball mixtapes. That's a whole.
I was going to say, don't fuck that up, my nigga.
That's a whole different thing. And I remember that because Cameron was a top recruit at one point too. A lot of people don't know that. The nigga used to be balling like shit. There's another. Who was another one? What's the nigga name? Can't think of his name. Well, we all know Master P used to ball like shit too.
Yeah, I mean, you can go all day about who the rappers is.
Yeah, talk about that.
Like
what I'm saying, it was too different. Like hot sauce and all that shit wasn't like actually in it was only one person that made it to the league. His name was Rayful Austin. His name was they called him Skip to My Lou. You know what I mean? Remember the motherfucker Rayful Austin when he came down the court, he played with the Raptors. Nigga started skipping, try to skip the ball. The motherfuckers called traveling. I don't know if you ever remember that shit.
Yeah,
you remember that when we was kids? Niggas try to come down the ball, try to hit the ball with his
Man, I remember the whole thing. I remember they came out with the video game, man. I remember that whole thing, man. That's why I said, like, that's a legendary shit.
Nah, that had nothing to do with it. I'm talking about like when them niggas was in like Dykeman League. The Cameron was in the Dykeman League and shit like that, like balling. Like
I don't know. I ain't gonna lie. Honestly, I don't know about that.
oh, okay.
I don't know about that. I never heard of that. So
it's a legendary league. Like with like this started with like fucking Dr. J has all like famous New York ballers back in the day. So like, I mean, it has a lot of history with that shit. So yeah, that's something you should actually look into. But yeah, they, you know what I mean. But shit, fuck, we've been on this motherfucking boxing.
this is the show. This is the episode. You might as well call it a day. We're not gonna be able to get into the other shit. We're gonna get
we're not gonna be able to get into the other shit. But I already knew it because I already knew this was a big thing, and I just felt some type of way, bro. I really did. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm not gonna hold you against your will. I'm just simply saying to you that
we don't agree, and I want you to put this in a podcast, which
yeah, I do a poll, you know what I'm saying? But I'm just gonna say, like I said before, man, I don't like to get into the conspiracies too heavy, you know what I'm saying? It's not wrong with questioning things, but I don't want to go into the conspiracy lane too heavy. It just starts to get distasteful. So I just feel like, you know what I mean, we're in a different time with sports, period. I mean, shit, even like with the whole thing with athletes getting older, and I feel like they're able to push themselves a little bit further because of their health can be a lot better now than back. Like the fact that Floyd is 44 and I couldn't even tell and I didn't even realize that was amazing to me, because you think about like Muhammad Ali at 44, it was like you could tell, you could tell he was 44, but man, this nigga didn't really look 44. I didn't even know until nigga told me. I was like, damn, like that's pretty impressive. So I just think that, we just yeah, that's just, we had a different time in the sport, man.
Nah, man, like I said, I agree with you, but I just don't want it to like separate the fact that like, what true boxing is. Like we talk about strategy, we talking about how it takes to figure out your opponent, to outsmart your opponent, in that type of way. So like I think we're forgetting about the true sport, and that's one thing I just don't want to forget. Man, it's more than just strength and just knocking a nigga out.
I'm just
And
saying.
that's what we just want to see, and I get it. I get it's more entertaining. I get it. You know what I mean? It's more entertaining to see a nigga, brawl and like it's just like a school fight. You know what I mean? You remember school fights back in the day, niggas throwing their fists and shit.
I can see.
You don't see niggas up there trying to size a nigga up, trying to outsmart him. It's just one of those things. You all see a fight, they be like, "What's up? What's up? What's up?" He's just throwing fists.
You can say that, but UFC was the birth, also another birth for this stuff, because you got.
I knew he was going to pull that shit
It
out.
is.
I knew he was going to pull that. I knew he was going to pull that.
MMA was not a fucking sport 20 years ago.
No, it was a sport, but it was underground.
Oh, it's not. Don't start lying. Don't start lying. It was not a sport,
for a long time.
It was street fighting, but there wasn't no fucking sport called UFC, bro. It wasn't a league.
No. But it was.
That's what I'm saying. That was the beginning of it, because that opened the door from street fighting, which was mixed martial arts. Before it was just straight Olympic kung fu type of taekwondo shit with headgear and the fucking shit on. Then and then wrestling, infused it as well, because that shit was wild. It was fake and shit like that. I'm just saying, over the years, it's just kept getting exploited and exploited. And when MMA even came into UFC, this blood sport mentality of a cage, a small octagon, niggas all out. I didn't even realize until it hit me when they said that Floyd and McGregor had agreed to 6 ounce gloves because McGregor wasn't used to wearing boxing gloves that are like 10 or 12 ounces minimum. And I said, man, I was like, oh shit, that's a whole
Different.
and this is why I was saying that when we had that last discussion about an MMA fighter and a boxer. And I said, oh shit, so MMA people are used to literally having those little,
Yeah, that's what
I'm not used to having on boxing gloves that are 10 ounces, 12 ounces. Bro, we used to spar with 14-ounce gloves on. So when you came in the fight, you had to wear 10 at the amateur joint, your hands would be faster because you was used to using a 14-ounce joint. So when you came down to 10 at the actual match, your hands be moving faster. So even when I was sitting there, these are the things that I'm talking about. When everybody has this little argument that you like to fight for, this is the stuff I'm talking about. They're not even used to putting on heavier gloves. They used to having their hands so free that a person that boxes is used to having a heavier set of mitts on. But we can get into that later. But I'm just saying to you, that became a door opener for this whole thing. Where you had this blood sport type of shit, no more ref in the middle. Oh, stop, that's too much. Like when you watch the Olympic Taekwondo type joints and the ref throw the flag up or whatever like that, and they stop, bow at each other, and they start the next joint. Or I even take it that further, even orthodox wrestling, like in high school in the Olympics, where motherfuckers was on the mat. You feel me? It's pop, 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 get you in the submit, put you on the ground, ref like, all right, back up or reset. Like it became, go motherfucker, blood sport MMA, bitch. I can jump up and like I always say, I can jump in there because that's the shit. When I'm be honest, after I seen this shit, I didn't like MMA no more. When I seen the nigga hit the whoop whoop and double his knee and kicking, like knee a nigga in his jaw and he knocked him out, I was sitting there like, all right, you know what? This shit is cool. But like, where's the line with this shit? Because like, if you can use your knee, motherfucker, you're probably gonna knock somebody out. That's when I knew then. I was like, this shit ain't really
yeah, full force, but what's our motto with damaged goods? What is our motto?
Protect yourself all times, but I'm saying
all time.
I'm saying to you, in any situation, if you use an elbow or a knee to somebody's face, bro, you're gonna break some shit. Or
it definitely.
What I'm saying is
so many hectic shit.
But what I'm saying is that is taking a lot of the sport in this direction, where that's what people want to see, these gory knockouts. Even when we look on fucking social media, what this World Star them post, these hood fucking social media, you know what I'm saying, blogs and shit, like they post a cold knockout. They don't post niggas boxing for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. No, just like I got a video that I'm gonna put up another day or two. It was a guy, he got out of his car and went to go fight a bum on the street. He ran up on the bum, started swinging, the bum choke slammed him and back his head on the concrete. The nigga went unconscious and he stole him like 4 times and walked off. This is what people want.
Yeah, no, it's more than like this is what I'm saying.
So you just answered your own fucking conspiracy.
Nah, the conspiracy thing is with nigga. Nah, I don't.
Oh man, you just answered your own conspiracy theory. It's about entertainment. It's about quick, hot, fast entertainment.
So if this nigga can last 8 rounds without me counter punching his ass all night and me knocking his ass down, that's fine. Be real, we already said what we said.
Let's be real. Floyd never had Floyd never had a knockout punch that was one of these situations where he, first of all, he didn't have the height and the strength to like just do one clean shot to knock him out.
No, we been saying that.
But what I'm saying is that most people that have not boxed or don't understand boxing think that a boxer plans a knockout. Slim, it's always the ones you don't see that end up causing the knockout. So that's why I don't agree with a lot of the way people interpret a knockout. It's the one that the boxer don't see. It's the one that when he slipped and then he came up the wrong way and he lined straight up with the hook and he came up and he was like, oh shit. And next thing you know, he's on the ground. It's not boom, and the motherfucker just knocked him the fuck out. Like, no, bro. And that, like, those are the Tyson fans and shit like that. Y'all and that shit, like y'all in this little era of him and like how he was just coming to joint, Joe Frazier hitting the shit up. Mike Tyson just had a certain punching power. But I'm just saying to you, realistically, when you see boxing knockouts now, they be usually very clean because a motherfucker get caught with a joint they don't see coming from the wrong way, and they didn't have the right, they went the wrong, they had their feet planted right, catch them off guard, then they boop on the ground. So I'm just saying to you, like, now people just want, listen, when we posted the Logan Paul clip on the joint before IG removed it, we had several comments saying that Logan Paul beat him up when he was sitting there doing that bullshit flurry. And I'm just saying to you, to me, that's why when I posted it, I said, this is the weakest flurry.
They
won't let me post, they took it down. I'm just telling you, that was the weakest flurry I ever seen in my life. Yeah, I almost wish I would have had a clip of like Sugar Ray Leonard versus Marvin Hagler Hearns and just showing people the difference when Sugar Ray Leonard did the every end of the 30, he did it every end of each end of the round for 30 seconds. The last 30 seconds, he was doing those flurries on Marvin Hagler. That's how he won the fight. Because it'll be at the end of each round, he was loading up. And he was just and it was like, God damn, he kept winning each round like that because he knew he couldn't knock Marvin Hagler out. But I'm just saying, that shit versus what I seen in that's why I bust out laughing when I posted, and people were actually saying, they go, no, in the hood, that's getting a beat down. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? The nigga had his guards. In boxing, that's not no points. Like there was no clean shot. Like the judges would, if it was judges involved, they would have sat there and be like 0, 0, 0, 0, 0.
It was 300 something. He had 17 punches the whole fuck. I don't look. Why? Final remarks. I don't want to hear that no more. Remarks. I'm going to bed. This shit is crazy.
No, I'm with you. I mean, you know, we go.
Because I had people at work talk about this shit, and like today, like, you know what I mean? I'm like, dog, and I, you know, hey, okay, you don't know boxing, but you don't know how to score. You don't know.
Well, that's what I'm saying. No, but that's how we got to end it. But hold on, what I'm saying to you is, that's how we got to end this segment, is that most people don't understand the sport. Mm-hmm. All they know is shit like the fight night games and shit like that. That is their only fucking experience. So I
think really be looking at Ready to Rumble too. But that's the devil.
Same thing. I'm just saying to you.
What I'm saying, but remember the afro and shit like that.
That's what I'm saying. But just saying to you, like, that is their only relative experience of knowing what it's like. That's why I said that time we was on the episode on this joint, when I told you, I said, you know how many times like I would come home from the gym and I fractured my actual jaw. This was just at the gym sparring, bro. Like we were hitting each other so hard, mouthpiece, head, and all this shit. It was somehow that I come home like, couldn't, like, it felt like your jaw was like this. But over time, your jaw gets like stronger from that shit, and you could just eat, you know, you get a stronger chin. But I'm just saying to you, they don't even understand the little NC shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like, dog, you got to get adjusted to your jaw being tapped. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I said, bro. It's like, we can talk about this shit for hours, man.
Yeah, I know. The
average person don't understand the sport, man. It's a very delicate and
yeah, it takes time, man. It even took me time when I was like, my father and my stepfather had to explain shit to a certain extent, and then you know, Popcorn explained it, but you know, Popcorn don't like explaining shit for a long time. so if you don't get it, then fuck you. Like, you know what I mean? But other than that, you know what I mean? He tries to, and then I learned from Ricky. Ricky had a little bit more insight, and I was like, okay. But you know what I mean? So like, if you don't understand the sport, You know what I mean? Like, yeah, man. That's why the sport just means a lot to me. And you know what I mean? The sport just means a lot to me. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't want to see it taken over by some niggas that got a certain amount of followers. And
I'm with you on that one. I'm with you on that one. I agree.
I love this sport. I live for this shit, man. You know, like I said, me and my brothers was in this shit. You know, so like I said, yeah.
I agree, but I just, like I said, man, I'm one of the people who also I'm a firm believer in just not, and I just firmly believe in the inevitability of change. So it's different. Like I don't ever expect things to stay the same as they were before. So it's different. I don't take it personal. I don't take it in a distasteful way because I accepted that, all right, hey man, if all the tennis shoe companies gonna make but the same type of sneakers Balenciaga, it's nothing I can do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If all the rappers want to use melodic music, because after shit for a while, I remember I got so sick of that shit. I started hating rap for a while, honestly. And then it just took me going, you know what? I'm just not gonna listen to it anymore. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean I have to hate like the way these dudes are moving. But for a minute, probably like a good 2 months, I was like, man, fuck this dumbass shit, because I was tired of it. I was like, man, the top guys are just singing, and it really made me to a point where I was tired of it. But I had to just tell myself that doesn't mean I have to listen to it. That's just not what I like. It doesn't mean the whole entire thing has to be just trashed, and I have to hate the culture of the music or the way the culture is moving. I don't have to be a part of that, and it's not. I don't have to shame it either. I won't have to. I don't have to consume it. It's a choice. But I don't. That's why I don't even care about like trying to have an opinion on hip hop no more, because it's just more like, hey man, whatever you like or you into, dog, whatever part, whoever the artist may be, because there's so many now. Hey man, that's cool. I mean, I was a Jaden Smith. I am a Jaden Smith fan. Like I fuck with him really hard. So even probably motherfucker be looking at me like, what the fuck? Like, and probably people probably think he's trash and just these Will Smith sons who's already famous, but dog could really rap. I listened to a lot of his tapes, and I like the shit. Like I genuinely just like the shit. It's just some fly young nigga shit. And he still got shit we spit on that joint. And he does some of the auto tune, the Uzi type of style shit. He kind of blew me when we retired. But if you go on motherfucking Spotify and listen to Lil J, bro, he got some flame, bro. But I'm just saying, like, that's why I can't do that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, for me, it's like, hey man, like, I can't just sit there and like be like, shame it all. It's not the same. And this shit ain't right no more. Like it sounds like some old man shit. And it's just like at the end of the day, we gotta just accept shit is going to change. And I'm not gonna fight that. You know what I mean? It's a fool's game. So,
I mean, I get it, bro. I just feel it's totally different, and I won't feel how I feel. I just feel like kind of like hurt from this shit, especially from it. And I think, and man, y'all go look at Stephen A's input of it. He put a good point of why it was, if you watch First Take Today, him and Max Kellerman put a good point up a while, like how it is hurt boxing. And if y'all get a chance, man, please go watch it. I don't want to sit up there and explain it now because me and bro probably like an hour and 10 minutes in.
In this journey, yeah.
Yeah, and you know what I mean. We probably will briefly talk about it because we supposed to have 3 actual subjects that we wanted to talk about today.
It's all good. We can do them shits tomorrow.
And we can do it enough tomorrow.
We had to tap in on this heavy, so
yeah, and I already knew that this was going to take place because I know me
like in the next 24 hours.
Yeah,
immediately.
Yeah, I know me and bro, like we really take this shit very seriously, and I knew it was going to go because we was all together with the fam watching the fight, and I looked at his ass, and he was just like, "Yeah, I know you got a lot to say about this shit." And I told him, I said, "You know what I mean?" So, but yeah, man, it's just been crazy. So, man, final remarks tonight, man. What you got?
I wish Malcolm could have been here. That shit would have been hilarious too. He's right there too, man.
I wish
Yeah,
Malcolm could have been.
man.
We'll have a part 2 to this shit, and then we'll put Malcolm
on the shit, so we got.
Yeah, we'll do a part 2, then put Malcolm on it because that'd have been great. Honestly, I'm pretty sure
we should have did a live one that night. That's what we should have did, a live joint.
We should have went live.
Yes.
Did the show, the whole fight party.
Yeah, we'll do that shit next time for y'all.
We'll do next time, and that'll be great. Show the family and everything. Show my badass kids and
yeah.
And KK probably would have took the fucking camera off the joint and took it in and shows y'all her toys.
Right.
And this is my pony. I don't play with that much, but I play with this one a lot. These are my Legos, like you know, yeah. So, but yeah, my final remarks is, man, like, yeah, you guys continue to wear your mask, man. It's still hazardous out here, man. And y'all make sure y'all stay safe and do the right things. And yeah, man, if get your ass in the house if you got a lot of trees, because them cicadas gonna get on your ass. You might want to get in as quick as possible, man. And and don't park by too many trees or leave your windows down because they're gonna be in your car. You don't like cicadas? Don't do that. I got like 3 dead cicadas in my car right now. I ain't fucking with them. But you know what I mean? That my mother has a tree, and I accidentally left the windows down tonight. I looked down. I was like, "Fuck! There's 3 cicadas in this joint." You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? I just, I understand. Everybody's scared of cicadas, man. Make sure y'all, just do the best that y'all can, man. This shit's almost over with, man. Don't worry about it. They about to die. That's all I got tonight, man.
Take yourself out all time for them cicadas.
At all time.
Windows up in your car when you're driving, you might get hit in the face with one of them joints.
Yeah. You're getting your fuck on.
Woo.
So you wrap it up and do the right things and everything like that. But other than that, that's all I got, man. We appreciate y'all and we appreciate the support, man. Everything just been wonderful, man. We're very blessed, man. That's all I can say.
Yeah, man.
Peace.